What's up, guys? So also watching here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're back here again on GeoGuessr, and today is the start of something new. So of course, as you read by the title, I will be starting a brand new project, and this is called Exploring GeoGuessr. So basically, I will be uploading a minimum of 5 videos over time, exploring different aspects of GeoGuessr, such as different game modes, metas, tips, and more. So today's video will be the first video of this brand new project, of course, exploring GeoGuessr. So this will be 5 game modes, so I will be covering 5 different game modes in this video and kind of explaining them and walking you through them. So of course, the first one is Classic. So this is the standard Classic game mode that you're used to seeing. One game, each game entails 5 rounds. The maximum score is 25,000. So this is how a classic game works. Pretty simple, of course. You just simply place your guess on the map where you think it is. You press guess, and just like that. So let's move on to round 2 out of 5. Let's see where this is. This is just going to be Israel. See if we could find this here. We have the 31 and the 90. Should be pretty straightforward to find here. The 90 and the 31 is somewhere south, probably. Here we are, 90, 31. Next, round 3 out of 5. We are going to be somewhere in, what is this? Probably Slovenia, I think. What the heck? What's this tracker? Oh, okay, yeah, we do have Slovenia on that car right there. Cars do travel, so I don't know if I want to trust that, but it should just be somewhere in Slovenia. Alright, it was just in Slovenia indeed. Let's move on to round 4, where we're going to be in Guatemala. I'm going to go somewhere like west here, I guess. Nice. And final round, round 5 here, we are going to be in Guatemala again. Just going to place pretty central guess here. There we go. And that is it. So I got a score of 22,965. It's pretty high. This map is designed to be pinpointable, of course, in case you didn't see the name of this map. So it is designed for you to find the road or the exact spot, also known as a 5K. So this can be played on a variety of maps, of course. You could play this map. You could play a community world, which is the most popular map, which is pretty much just a standard world map that varies in difficulty. You could play an official world, rural worlds. There's kind of something for everyone. You could obviously also play country-specific maps, city-specific maps, and whatnot. So I will leave a link in the description of a document with a ton of challenge links. So there is 5 links per well-known map for now. If demand is there, I will add more links. But I will leave a link to that document in the description so you guys could go ahead and try this mode out for yourself and see how it goes. So basically, the challenge links you will be completing against, well, anyone else who clicks the link. So have fun with that, and I will be definitely sharing that with you guys. The next mode I'm going to go ahead and showcase is single player. So let's go ahead and head right over there. Alrighty, here we are in single player. This does work very differently from any of the other game modes. This is pretty sure this is the newest game mode. It was added very recently, a few months ago at most. And it is very unique, very cool. So basically, your end goal is to travel around the world in the shortest amount of days possible. Or you could travel at your own pace and try to collect all of the cards from the countries. So each country, these are not all of them, of course, have their own cards where you could collect with tips. So for example, if I open up New Zealand, it will show me some tips. Some of them are very silly, like the flag in New Zealand or driving on the left. Money for that, but some of them are actually very useful beginner tips. So New Zealand does have red text on their giveaway signs. They're usually black in countries like Australia or the UK, but the text for giveaway in New Zealand is red. So this could be very, very helpful. Another thing is roadside hedges. On South Island, there are a lot of hedges on the side of the road. So these two are pretty solid tips for beginner players. And each country does have a lot of cars that you can collect. But the main objective of single player is to travel around the world. So you want to take the flight that will have the highest percentage, so it will get you around the world quicker. The flights that say minus will take you back. So for example, if you start in Miami and you go to Los Angeles, and then you go from Los Angeles to Atlanta, you will be flying back because you're flying back in the direction that you came from, which will not get you closer to your progress around the world. But in order to gain money, you do have to play levels, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and start this level. So basically you could choose between different themes. So sometimes you'll see like libraries, beaches. This one is kind of unique. I really haven't seen this before myself. Let's go ahead and click on Los Angeles, and I have to guess where I am in Los Angeles. Arguably the most famous sign in the world, the big Hollywood letters can be seen from miles away. So this is, I'm assuming, like maybe like famous places around LA. I know exactly where this is. So Hollywood sign, and then the street is this street right here. Should be nice. 5K, and that is some progress in Los Angeles. Moving on, we have the Summer Olympics, biggest cities or famous companies. So gonna try big cities. And we appear to be in Japan. This is the biggest city in the world with over 35 million inhabitants. So it does give you clues at the bottom, I guess. So this is obviously just Tokyo. That narrows it down a lot. So going to go ahead and guess the center of Tokyo. There we go. Moving on, we are making progress. We can choose from biggest cities again or space travel. I'm going to go with space travel this time. Try something new. And we are going to be in Sweden. S range, or how we would pronounce that, sorry if I'm butchering that, was the first site on EU territory with orbital launch capability. So this is a town in Sweden. I don't quite know where this is. There's not really any road numbers, so I'll just go something here if I can't find it quickly. If it's not, doesn't show up on the map. That should work. Oh, so all the way north. Okay, not too bad though. 833 kilometers, I guess. Moving on, space travel again. So let's see where we are. SpaceX. Outside the SpaceX HQ, you could find Falcon 9, one of the company's reusable rockets. Where would that be again? I kind of forgot where the SpaceX headquarters was. This looks like, I think this should be like LA or San Francisco Bay Area. I'm going to go for San Francisco. Oh, okay. It's just LA. Should have just gone with my gut. Alright, still not bad there. And one more row to go through. I'll pick songs with place names, I guess. See where we end up. We appear to be in the Netherlands. Coldplay, Imagine Dragons, and Jacques Brel all have songs about the city. So this is Amsterdam, I'm assuming, or somewhere in the Netherlands. Just going to go for Amsterdam because that's probably the obvious choice. Let's go ahead and guess, and we are in Amsterdam indeed. So that's pretty much how single player works. That was quite the unique round. You usually get like museums, beaches, libraries, and stuff to guess. So you will get in a random beach, a random library, a random museum in the world, and you do get money at the end of the level. Still works the same. You wake up a new day. So I am now on day 8 of my personal round, and I'm going to go ahead and take a flight. So if I go to Tokyo, that will get me an extra 28% around the world. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. You press travel, and then there I go. Cool little animation of me flying from LA to Tokyo. So once you arrive in a new city in the single player mode, you will get a stamp on your virtual passport, and you will be prompted with 3 questions to answer. So what was the Tokyo Tower inspired by? Again, this is a very silly question. It was obviously the Eiffel Tower. In which century was Sensoji Temple founded? I personally don't know this. Just gonna go like 13th, 7th, okay. And then approximately how many people cross Shibuya Crossing daily? This is that one famous intersection in Tokyo. Has to be 2.5 million. It's kind of a no-brainer. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I got 2 out of 3 correct answers. You do get a little bonus money from that. And I am now in Tokyo. So this works the same thing as before, except now I am in Japan. So I will collect Japanese cards for Japanese tips, and then I can move on to the next city. So that's pretty much how the single player works. Very, very cool mode. it is very enjoyable and see who could race around the world the quickest. The next mode I will be going over is duels, so I'm going to go ahead and hop in a duels match, and I will see you guys over there. Alrighty guys, here we are on the duels game mode. So basically there are two types of ways you can play this game mode: competitively or with a party in your friends, I'm sorry. So basically how competitive duels works is there is a ranking system, and your ranking does go up and down depending on whether you win or lose a match. For example, if you are 1100 rating and the other player is 1500, if you lose to that player, you won't really lose that much of your rating. You might lose around 5 points. So your rating will go down to 1095. Theirs will go up to 1505. So you basically kind of give your rating to that other player, is basically how the system works. And if you win to that player, on the other hand, you will gain a lot of rating, around 25. So your rating will go up to 1125 in a case of a win, and their rating will go down to 1475. I know that was a lot of numbers to take in, so I'll go ahead and put that up on screen for you now as kind of a breakdown. And it works the complete opposite if you were the player with the higher rating. Let's say you have 1100 and the other player has 800. If you win against them, you won't really gain that much because they're significantly lower than you. So you might gain around 5 points, as I said before. So you will go up to 1105. They will go down to 795. However, if you lose against them, you will lose a lot of points. So your rating might go down 25 points to 1075. And their rating will go up 25 points to 825. And again, I will put those numbers on screen now as another example. But yeah, that's pretty much how the competitive duels works now. And there are weekly leaderboards with that, so the top players advance to the next division. I don't really know how that works because I'm already in the highest division. And if you play, then you can't really go down anywhere because it's so many players in that division. But as far as the other divisions, you do advance every week. Kind of like Duolingo leaderboards, if you are familiar with that. That's how that works nowadays for the GeoGuessr competitive duels. So that is pretty cool. As far as the scoring system for duels works, it's pretty simple. The amount of points you take off from the other player is the difference in your scores. So if I get 4900 in round 1 and my opponent gets 4700, I will take off 200 of their points and their score will now be 6000 to 1500. Pretty simple. That's how it works, except with multipliers. You just multiply the amount of points by the multiplier round that you're on. So that's the gist of it. That's how duels works. Party duels are just for fun against your friends, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now with my brother. Let's go ahead and get started. I am doing this on a theme parks map because that's what he likes. That's what he's good at. So, we'll just do that. You could do this on any map in GeoGuessr, though. You could choose if you are in party with your friends. So round 1 here, we're obviously in Japan. Not quite good at identifying the theme parks. He is, so it's quite the matchup here. So I'm assuming this is in Hokkaido, I think. I don't quite know where in the country of Japan this is. Let's just move around a little bit. See what we could find here. I did find a sign here for some towns. I'm not quite good at region guessing Japan. I'll just go Hokkaido. Hopefully it's not too far south. And we'll leave it at that. I'm probably going to move around, relying on non-theme park related clues to get this. But yeah, this one is moving duels. And also, I forgot to say earlier, as far as competitive duels, there are 3 types you could play: moving, no moving, or no moving, panning, or zooming. They're pretty self-explanatory. Moving is what I'm doing right now. As you see, you move around, you look around, you can zoom in on your surroundings to find the most amount of clues possible. No moving is pretty simple. You can't move, and he is in the right region there. Very, very cool. A lot of points taken off from me. But yeah, as I was saying, no moving, pretty simple. You can't move. You could just look around and zoom in. And no moving, pan, or zooming, think of it as you get a picture and nothing else. You can't zoom in, you can't move around, you can't look around, anything like that. So those are the 3 types of game modes for duels and single player as well. Pretty sure I forgot to mention that earlier. But yeah, those are the different ways you could go ahead and play these duels matches. Back to the actual duels that I'm currently in right now. Why is it all Japanese theme parks with Japanese rides? Does he really think this is Japan? This is the UK, guys, by the way, like no joke. We have the A548. I'm assuming this is like coastal, like Blackpool Pleasure Beach or something like that. Don't quite know where this is. We have some signs here. Alright, I'm gonna zoom in on the coast to see what I can find around this area. We had the A548, and that road is not appearing anywhere near here, so it might not be there. Gonna see if I could scan another region of the country. Is this ever like Legoland Windsor or not? Let me see. It's just over here. A548. Nope, not seeing it. I feel like I am getting closer. I do have like the A515, the A523, the A495. So, gonna continue checking here. I'm just gonna go around the Manchester area, I guess. It's not bad of a guess. Definitely is the UK though. It is looking pretty coastal. Hope it's not too far. Oh, we do have another language here, so we're definitely in Wales. It's probably Wales. Didn't notice that. Yep, bilingual signs. Okay, we were in Wales, around the region I was scanning. I just couldn't quite find the road. We are in a coastal town there, as I expected. He does guess Wales. So, yeah, moving on to round 3. I did take off some health there, I'm pretty sure. This is definitely Taiwan, without a doubt. As far as theme park goes, I don't quite know what this is. Oops, let me return to the start. Window on China. I knew where that was. I was looking in the wrong place. Yeah, he just couldn't find it on the map. What's happening? No. This is Taiwan. I'm trying to see what this is. This is a chain of parks. So he doesn't know the exact park because it's a chain. I'm just going to go Taiwan. It's a pretty small country anyways. I'm going to go to like Taichung, or however you pronounce it. Sorry if I'm butchering that once again. But yeah, let's see where he guesses. Alrighty, he does guess in the middle of Taiwan in Nantou County. I am slightly closer there, just ends up being a little bit more north, so not too bad of a round there. Moving on to round 4, let's see what we're working with. And we will be in somewhere in Europe. This is France. But yeah, this is obviously 100% France. Don't know where we are. He said a wacky worm coaster. Yeah, it's kind of the starter pack of roller coasters in that industry. The beach. Are we on the coast? Oh, the sea. Wait, are we like near the coast? We do have some signs for the sea and the beach, so I wonder if we're near the coast. Could be maybe a little bit misleading though. What does this say over here? We are in this city apparently. Alright, let's see if I can find this on the southern coast of France. Alright, this is definitely France here. I'm going to make the bold move and go to this. What happens at the USA theme parks people actually visit. This is a pretty diverse map. It's called A Thrilling World something. It does include like roller coasters too. It doesn't necessarily have to be in theme park. There is a map that has like a ton of theme park trekkers that we used to play, but trying something new. Ends up being on the west coast. Only 38 points is taken away from me. Pretty equal distance there. Moving on to round 5. Let's see where we are. We are in Thailand. We should be with that Rhombus sign. Yep, we are in Thailand. Just gonna go ahead and guess Central Thailand there. Let's see where he guesses. Alrighty, he does end up going China, which is a pretty bold move. There is no Street View in China. Of course, it ends up being Thailand, just over in Chiang Mai. Moving on to the next round here. This is the start of multipliers. We should be somewhere in the UK once again. He did say finally, so I'm assuming he recognizes this park. Is this ever like Dreamland? Is that the name of the park? There's 4 Dreamlands, so yeah. We are in a Dreamland park. We're obviously in the UK, trying to see if I can get out of this car park here. Not having too much luck though. Alrighty, we are out of the car park. See if we can find some signage here. We do appear to be A28, and we are near London. Is that the coast? Yes, that is the coast, roughly to the northwest. So let's see if I can find these roads. Alrighty, I did find Canterbury on the A28 and Dreamland. Found it, and we are 100% in this car park. Found the road, found the exact place. See where he guesses. Alright, we do end up finding the exact place. Both getting 5Ks there. No damage taken on either side. Let's go ahead and move on to round 7, double damage. Let's see what we're working with. We are in the water park there. Let's see. No, we are in Turkey. Alright, I'm just going to go Central Turkey, most likely. Probably just Ankara. Here, view of mountains northwest. It might be Ankara. Go ahead and guess there. See what happens. Alrighty, wow, he does end up going Moscow, Russia. It is Turkey, and that will be knockout damage for him. Southern Turkey there. GG. Alright, there we go. And that is how the duels game mode works. Pretty cool. That one was pretty relaxed, but the competitive duels can get pretty insane. But that is very, very cool game mode, and we will be moving on to the 4th game mode now, Battle Royale Countries. Alrighty, here we are, guys, on the multiplayer tab of GeoGuessr, which is home to the 2 Battle Royale modes that are available to play. So the first one is Battle Royale Countries. So this is pretty simple. You stay in the game by guessing the correct country, as it says right here. So basically the objective is to advance to the next round. So there are 10 players. In each round, one of the 10 players gets eliminated. Unless everyone identifies the country within 15 seconds, then you will all advance to the next round. The total maximum round time for this is 1 minute and 30 seconds. And you also do have one power-up which you could use per game, which gives you a 50-50. So this basically prompts you with a chance of 2 countries to guess. And you have to guess one of them of which you think it is the right answer. So some of them could be pretty difficult. It could give you like Mexico and Guatemala, or Australia and New Zealand. Or sometimes it could be pretty easy. Like one time I got Australia and Indonesia as my 50-50. And those countries look nothing alike. So usually it gives you 2 countries that border each other and look alike. But sometimes it could give you 2 countries that are near each other but look nothing alike, as the example I just mentioned before. So that's pretty much how this works. This tool can be very helpful. Currently, the only 2 ways to play this mode are unranked in the multiplayer section. So your rating does not get affected. The rating that I mentioned for duels previously is what I'm referring to. Or you could play this with friends. You could play it with up to 10 friends in your party if you want. Pretty much just for fun. So here we are. I'm starting up a public round of Battle Royale Countries. We currently have 7 people in. We'll see if we can get any more. It is a maximum of 10 players. And again, you do have 3 lives. I'm pretty sure I didn't mention this, but you do have 3 lives to guess the country. So let's go ahead and see what we start off with. This is played on the world map, so you know we could get some pretty goofy rounds, but nonetheless, let's get right into it. So this is obviously just Ukraine here. Lock in, red car, and Soviet looking. I will try to explain my guesses as I go for the countries in these battle royale modes. The timer is still running, so all of the players do have around 1 minute to get the country right, so we're just going to go ahead and wait. If they all get it before the time runs up, then we automatically move on to the next round. Alrighty, we are moving on to the next round. In that specific case, two players did get eliminated because they didn't get the country right. Usually it's just one, but if more than one person does not get the country right, then they will not advance. This is obviously just Canada, single yellow line, North American looking. I'm going to go ahead and guess Canada. And it is indeed just Canada in Quebec there. So we're going to go ahead and wait till the next round. This one should go by pretty fast. Only 2 slots are left. Alright, moving on to the next round. Let's see where we are. We are in a rural forest. Where could we be on this? Gonna go ahead and move around. We do have snow coverage. What is on the guardrail here? We do have European ballers there. Of course, we're not in the Nordic countries. Who wasn't thinking that? This is probably Czechia or Slovakia. I'm gonna go Czechia first. Yep, it is Czechia. Pretty cool there. Let's go ahead and wait until the next round. Alrighty, most people did not get that country, so they are out, and it's just 3 people left. This is a pretty standard Eswatini, left-hand traffic, white car, and it does look like the South African development community here. No, it should be Eswatini. Never Lesotho. Yeah, okay, it's Eswatini. Thank God. But yeah, let's go ahead and see if these other players can guess that. Japan is actually crazy, but we'll wait this out and see what happens. Once again, if nobody gets the country, then I automatically win. So you could really win on any round if none of the other players get the country. But the minimum players that could get eliminated per round is 1 per round. So it would go 10 players, 9 players, 8 players, 7 players, etc. all the way down to the final 2 players. But as I said, let's just see how this round plays out. Alrighty, and we are here in the final round. There's just 2 of us left, but only 1 can make it. But if we both guess before time is up, then we will both advance. This is Sweden here. We do have the Swedish reflectors there. It does look like the flag. It's kind of why they're pretty distinct. And then this keep right sign is also Swedish looking. And I did win because he did not get it within the 15 seconds. So that was a pretty cool, pretty simple game mode there. The objective, simply just guess the country. So the next game mode that I will be covering is Battle Royale Distance. They both have their pros and cons. This one's pretty cool if you're good at identifying countries, but you don't really know how to reach and guess a country, north from south, east from west, and stuff like that. Battle Royale Distance is pretty cool if you're getting the regions of the world like Latin America, South Africa, Western Europe, and stuff like that, but you don't quite know the country. So they do have their pros and cons depending on your skill set and stuff like that. But if you don't use your power-ups and you don't use all of your lives, you do get a 10 of XP. So I got all these bonuses because I didn't use my 50-50. I had 15 spare lives because I got the country without having to use all my 3 lives and stuff like that. So this is the summary. You do gain XP. Very, very cool. Next up, Battle Royale countries works very similar, except it is distance. And I'm pretty sure I said countries. I meant distance. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and move on. Alrighty, we are here back on the main menu, and as I said, I will be covering Battle Royale Distance for the 5th and final game mode. So basically, the objective is pretty straightforward on this one. You just have to guess closer than your opponents, but that can be pretty difficult. So this is the other one of the 2 Battle Royale modes in the game. As I said before, of course, the other one being countries. So basically, how this one works is it is the same 10 players, but there are 1 player eliminated each round, guaranteed, unlike Battle Royale countries. There is 1 player eliminated per round, guaranteed, so basically whoever is the furthest away from the correct location. Again, this one is unranked, just like Battle Royale countries. As you can see, I am in the unranked tab. You could also play this game mode with friends via parties. Same thing as duels, same thing as Battle Royale countries. It is for fun, and you could play with up to 9 other friends. This one could be more difficult than countries, but it could also be easier, again, depending on your skill set and which mode you prefer. I do prefer countries in my personal opinion, as Battle Royale Distance can get pretty heated. I'll show a screenshot up on screen right now of a game that I won by just a few meters, like literally like a few steps. I was on one side of the highway, he was on the other side, and I got that win by literally being just that much closer. So that's how close games could get in battle royale distance. So pretty much just be the closest player possible. So let's see how far I make it in this one. I do have another player here. We do have to wait for people to join. I guess this one isn't really as popular as countries, so we'll just wait it out. No problem at all. Alrighty, we do have at least 4 players, so the round will be starting soon. The maximum round time for this one, though, is 1 full minute instead of 1 minute and a half, and you do have 3 guesses. If you are close and you don't use up all your guesses, you do gain your guesses back, but you could lose them if you are far away enough throughout the round. So you could end up with 1 guess on one of the final rounds. So that's how that works. And we are starting up here. This one is based solely off of distance. This leaves some layaway room, I guess, to get the country wrong if nobody else gets it right. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what we're working with here. We have Gen 4 and Spanish. So what could this be? Surely it's just Argentina, right? I'm going to go ahead and guess Argentina here to start off. Alright, so I am the closest. The next guy has to guess 700 kilometers to be closer than me. It does fluctuate very, very quickly. I'm going to leave it at that, though. Not going to place another guess because there's just a few seconds left. And with this, too, you could be knocked out within, like, the last 2 seconds. So I could, like, literally be dropped all the way to the bottom. Not in this specific case, I guess, because people were pretty spread out guesses. Just ends up being Southern Argentina, by the way. You could be knocked out at, like, the very last second. This games could get pretty intense. Next up, we are in Europe, of course. We are in Belgium with those red tinted plates. Let's see, language, French or Dutch or German. What part of the country we're in. And we do appear to be in Flanders, in the northern part of the country. Gonna go ahead and guess Flanders, probably just Antwerp should work. Pretty small country, so again, you know, it could be a lot harder to get knocked out even though you know the city. For example, if you get around on, let's say, Singapore, it is a very identifiable country. Everybody's going to get it, but it really depends on where you guess in the country, because it is a very, very small country. Everybody's probably going to get the city, and you could literally be knocked out round 1. Pretty crazy indeed. But I am first place, 38 kilometers away from second place, or 38 kilometers closer than second place, really. But yeah, it was just in Flanders, Belgium, just a few kilometers west. Pretty spread out European guesses here. And moving on to the next round here, we are in, this should just be Argentina with those number plates with the black dot in the center. Probably very south. I'm gonna go for this city here. That does put me in first place. 13,000 kilometers is crazy. Alright, 1,440 kilometers. I'm gonna keep on standby here, see if I have to place another guess. Alrighty, I am advancing to the next round. It was just the next town over, pretty much. Pretty nice guess there. Let's go ahead and move on. Alrighty, this one is definitely going to be Peru for sure. Let's go ahead and start making a guess in the country. Definitely Peru because black car, pretty arid, and these black and white signposts are definitely very common in Peru. So I'm gonna go ahead and guess south. Nope. Central maybe. Gonna use up another one of my guesses. I'll go like Lima. Alright, so yeah, it is definitely the northern part of the country. Somewhere up here, I'll have it here just in case I have to guess last minute. But we should be fine where we're standing now. So let's go ahead and see. Alrighty, there we are. It was just in the northern part of the country, pretty much where I had my third pin. Just decided not to use it, so that's okay. And we are in the UK, of course. England and Wales, so we are in one of those 2 subdivisions. Most likely just London here, actually. So this could get pretty close if we all know this city here. Guess Central London. Yeah, see, I'm 280 meters closer than second place. This is what happens when it's in cities like London, Singapore, Hong Kong, where everybody knows it. And the guesses could get very, very heated and very close. Alright, we are in pretty good standings here. 2.3 kilometers is first place, and it is just London. Everybody gets London except that one guy over there, so that's pretty cool there. Just ends up being in this part of London. Next up, this is going to be 100% Rwanda. We are most likely in the capital Kigali, yep, with black car. Again, if everybody gets this, this could be a pretty close matchup. Going east to west, we do have a road sign here actually for the NR3 and what street? 15th Avenue. Okay. This should be in August 22 coverage. I don't think black car was used for the newer coverage. So we can only be in so many places really. The NR3 is here. 14th Avenue is here. I am closest, 594 kilometers, so I'm not going to waste my guess. But it is Kigali, 100%. 10 kilometers away, actually more east. Alright, here we are in the next round. Let's see what this is. Wow, this is a pretty steep hill there. That's pretty cool. Alright, this should be Brazil. Alright, I'm not too sure what part of Brazil this is. It's pretty mountainous. We don't really have anything to go off of, so I'm just going to go for like Minas. Did I place 2 guesses? Oh, no. Okay. I am in first place, 44 kilometers. Hopefully I don't drop. This guy has 0 guesses. Alright, we should be good there. Let's see where it ends up being. It does end up being in Rio de Janeiro. Yeah, Rio de Janeiro state. So not too bad of a guess there. Let's see where we are for this round. Just 3 players left, including myself. This is going to be Nordic countries for sure. Is that a Finnish speed sign? This should be Finland. If anything, it's Sweden, but I'm pretty confident that it's Finland. Oh, we have a bilingual sign in the Finnish language on top, Swedish language on the bottom. So that's actually kind of not that helpful. I'll just keep my guess since I'm in first place anyways. Let's see where it is. Okay, it does end up being in Finland. Just Western Finland. Swedish is spoken in Finland, so that makes sense. Let's see where we are. We are on an expressway here. This is Iceland, actually. Yes, this is Iceland, Reykjavik. 100% here. So let's just zoom in, see if we can find some like expressway interchange. Something like that works. Yeah, actually, something like that works. Maybe. Could be, again, another interchange in Reykjavik. Hopefully this guy isn't closer than me. This is the final round, so it all boils down to who's closer here. Alright, he just guessed. I am 1.7 kilometers closer than him, so I could lose last minute. Nope. Nope. Yeah, see, this is exactly what happens with Battle Royale distance. I have no time to guess, and I did get knocked out again. See, we're on the same road. He's just a few meters closer. This is a true Battle Royale distance moment. But overall, pretty good game. Second place, not bad. We'll take that. And I do get some bonus XP points for having a ton of spirit guesses and whatnot, similar to countries. But yeah, with that being said, very, very cool. That was the final game mode that I wanted to show and explain to you guys in this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video as much as I enjoyed making it. This will be the Exploring GeoGuessr Passion project. This was episode 1. So stay tuned for at least a minimum of 4 more episodes regarding this topic. I will be uncovering and showcasing a ton of different aspects of GeoGuessr in the coming videos. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to have to wrap up today's video of GeoGuessr. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, do not forget to smash the like button and subscribe. As always, stay safe. And alright guys, it's been the Watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.